All right, friends of the internet, people of YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day. We have some newer gear. Newer, what an ironic name. This is so newer. I have newer stuff than the stuff I already have. Anyway, being silly. Yeah, I decided to invest in buying some more lighting equipment for the YouTube channel. In the previous video, you saw that I got a Godox SL60W, which is partially lighting today's video. And yeah, I wasn't too, I like the light, the Godox is good, all the accessories and stuff are good. Anyway, you watch that video if you want to know what I think about that one. So I wasn't too thrilled about that Godox unit. I think it could have been done a lot better. So I decided to invest in a newer light, and this is just an LED panel. It's, let's see if that B camera's rolling. Yeah, B camera's rolling. All right, so I have to keep my head out of there. Okay, all right, yeah, so this is just an LED light panel. It's RGB. I picked up these newer batteries, and these are the newer, let's start with these actually. These is the newer 2-pack 6,600 milliamp replacement battery for the Sony NP series. And these are these massive batteries, and I picked these up because they work with this light. This light also has a power outlet. But I also want to pick up a slider because I want to get those cool slidey shots when you do like product reviews and the camera just slides across, nice shallow depth of field. And that slider requires these batteries. So I figured I'd pick some up. This is the first time I've owned these batteries. I feel like I'm stepping more and more into that videographer realm every day because you don't see photographers using these batteries. And it's a nice double charger. Pretty simple stuff. Here we have the cable to charge it all. Okay, so I don't think there's much to really talk about this. It's just batteries that charge, slips in there, and these are the big batteries. I figured might as well buy the big ones instead of the little ones. I really dislike running to change batteries all the time, and that's one thing I'm struggling here with YouTube. I got these two cameras going, and yeah, they're constantly running out of batteries, and you have that 30-minute record limit, which also sucks. But yeah, that's the newer battery pack. So this costs a little bit more than the Godox light. This is the Neewer 660 RGB LED light with app control, 660 SMD LEDs, CRI 95. Oh, comes in a case too, which is nice. I appreciate that. It's a very nice Neewer case. I have two Neewer 18-inch ring lights that I've been using for my lighting, and those are great. But this one is RGB light, so I can change the output, the color output, which to me is exciting because see this background, this white wall is so boring. Like I want to be able to like throw some blue on there, or green, or pink, or whatever I feel like, right? And that's what this is all about. I want the Godox to be sort of the key light, and this to be the background light. So we got yeah, our important informations, our manual. Okay, this is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see this, but they've actually highlighted the parts they're talking about in pink to make it easy for you to understand what they're. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen that in the manual before. I like that. And this is the light. Okay, it's got nice square or rectangular barn doors, which is good. This frame is aluminum. Nothing on here feels plastic. In fact, okay, the side panel here is plastic, but the back is metal. The bracket is metal. The attachment piece here, I keep forgetting what these are called. This one piece always messes me up. Anyway, the part that attaches it to the tripod. And on the back here, you can see this is where the two batteries go. Let's see if I got the right batteries. Oh. Yes. Oh, look. Wow. Turned on right away. I didn't even hit the on button. That's nice and bright. Then I guess you have, I don't know what that is. Okay, so that's the power control. 20, 10, okay, 0%. And here we're going up to 100%. My ISO on the camera is on auto right now because clouds are rolling in and out. So you're not gonna really see how much brighter it gets because the camera is just gonna keep adjusting. Interesting. Okay, where's the off button? Okay, so yeah, it works. That's a good sign. And let's see what else is in the box. We got the power cables, and that's it. I'm actually really, I didn't Oh, I guess it's in the picture on Amazon. I'll link this down below too. It comes with the carrying case. I think that's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that, even though there's a picture of it there. I didn't register in the brain. But yeah, let's go and test this thing out, and we'll continue this video. Okay, so we have all the other lights off. Godox is off. I have two Neewer ring lights. They're off. The only light is this and window light. And I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed so far. I've just been tinkering with it a little bit. You can set this up with different channels and groups and things like that, but I only have one light, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. There's information on the Amazon link. You can check it down below if you're interested in buying a group of these. And I think right now I'm leaning towards buying a group of these because I'm really happy with it so far. Check this out. On the mount, the part of the light that attaches to the tripod, it's actually got this. I got some B-roll going here, but they did a really cool thing. Obviously it doesn't articulate, you can't angle it up and down, but they have this hole through the mount, so you can mount it in two different ways, which I think is genius. I've never seen anything like that before. I think that is super cool. Super cool. Actually, you know what I do? My Manfrotto boom arm has something like this. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm really grateful that they have something like that. I think it improves the versatility of the light and what you can mount it on. And you know what? Let's take the ISO off here, or the auto ISO off. Let's just go. Okay, so now we're filming with the Canon EOS R, and we have the 16-35 EF lens on there. That's the older one, and 60th of a second f5 and ISO 3200. And we're gonna be locked in at ISO 3200. And let's see, B camera is still going. ISO is auto on there. So here we have the app. I don't like the fact that you have to sign in and get an email and set up a password. I'm so tired of companies like data mining you. It just, But anyway, the app is pretty cool. You have these controls. Looks like whatever the app is set to overrides whatever the light is set to, and it's pretty cool. So you can change the hue. So you can go around the circle. You can even let's see if you can kind of see that in the B camera. So you can change the hue, or you can just touch the circle where you want the color to be, and it'll automatically go to that. And that is pretty cool, pretty cool. And then you have an adjustment for saturation, which I've never seen on an LED light. Well, I've never seen it called saturation. So you can have really pale blue to a really like intense blue. Obviously, I'm super close, so it's not. It looks white right here, but in real life, that's pretty blue. And yeah, now we're moving towards like a white. So you can adjust the saturation of the light, which I think is really cool, really cool. And then there's a BRR, what is it? BRR, which is just brightness, I assume. So you can change the brightness. So if we go brightness really low and saturation all the way, no, it still looks white on the camera screen. But you can see me, I'm pretty blue. I'm blue. Now that is a green. So that is really cool. And then of course the last slider here is for Kelvin temperature. So I believe it goes between 3200 and 5600. I'll probably just keep it on 5600 since all my lights are already set to 5600. So that is pretty awesome. Now I haven't played around with the app too much. I just opened it, installed it, messed around a little bit, but I assume you can, yeah, it looks like that you can set each channel to have its own preset, and then you can just turn it off and on. I'm not going to talk too much about the app. Oh, this channel 1, channel 2, and I guess that's the power. Okay, that's the power for the light. All right, so I mean, initial impressions, this seems pretty cool. I like it. I guess one thing I want to test out, like right now I'm like right beside the light, so it's like way overexposing one side. And obviously, like, the Godox unit has the Browns mount on it, so you can add the soft boxes and different diffusers and things. But what can you do with this? I mean, we got the barn doors. Ooh. But you can see the barn doors actually come off. You can see there's 4 screws here, so they can be removed. I do not believe there are any attachments for anything there. Anyway, in terms of diffusing this, maybe you could put like a white sheet. This is metal. Or is it metal? It's either metal or it's plastic. All right, it's aluminum. Let's see. Okay, I've got some very sophisticated equipment here. They're called magnets. No. It's aluminum. That's too bad. Okay, I was hoping it was metal, then I could just get a piece of white translucent plastic or cloth and just tack it on. I might have to tape it on to act as a diffuser, but so far so good. Definitely have a lot of control with this. And best part is, there's no fan sound, which is my issue with the Godox. It just has that annoying fan. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play around with the app a little bit more, see what I can figure out. If there's something that's like really interesting that I want to share with you guys, I'll continue this video. Otherwise, this video is done. This is just an unboxing and first impressions of this light. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna come back at night. Let's come back at night. I'm gonna throw this up on the wall behind me, and we're gonna see how rich those LED colors are, because I think that's important. You don't want washed out colors. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, just waiting for the light to go down. Almost there. It's getting a little darker out. And right now I have the Godox off, and I am illuminating myself by bouncing this light off my wall and onto me. And I created, this is with the Godox on here and off. I'm just playing around with it. Really happy with it so far. And I love the fact that you can change everything from your phone. At first I thought the Godox was super convenient because you have this remote. But in order to take the power up from like 10% to 100%, you have to like literally click 90 times. 90 times. It's I've only owned this light for a week now, but I'm getting frustrated with it. And with this, it's just an app. You just touch it, and it goes where you want it to go. Like, it's pretty cool. I like it so far. I think it's really handy. I'm going to do some tests to see what I can do to diffuse this light and make it look like the diffused light that comes out of the Godox. And if it's good, then I'll sell the Godox. Screw it. I put the fan in there. There's an Octua fan in the Godox now, so it is it's quieter. So that's been fixed. But in terms of portability, this thing's tiny. You can put a couple in a backpack and off you go. Plus you got the batteries, which is good. I think you can put batteries on this thing too. If not, you can probably get a battery pack or something. But yeah, so far so good. All right, welcome back to the video. As you can see, I have my 3 lights set up, and I picked up a second Neewer 660. I got one there and one there. I have one as a background light, one as an edge light, and we have the Godox here illuminating my face. And this is amazing. This is the 3 light setup I always wanted to get for YouTube. So this is great. I love the way this looks. Yeah, you can see here the edge light. See if we can adds a little definition and depth to the photo or to the video, which is really cool. Just want to demonstrate the lighting here. So if we have just the Godox light and it's illuminating me, it looks good. I look fine. You know, the shadows are falling on my face nicely. The background is kind of dark, which is great. I'm kind of separated from the background, but it's missing that kick, right? So we can put a light on the background, illuminates the background. It looks nice, but with an edge light, it just adds that depth and polish to the video. So that's really cool. That's what I wanted with the 2 Neewer lights. So far, really happy with them. And I love the fact that I can just change things on the fly. I'm gonna switch everything to green here. And there we go, a little more aquamarine. But that's it. These lights seem to work really good. I'm really happy with the saturation of the lights. Let's actually take a look at the one. We'll turn off the Godox, and we will turn off the second light, and we're just going to look at the light on the wall here, and we're going to look at the quality of the light. And the saturation, that's pretty good. I would say that, I don't know if you're familiar with the Wi-Fi lights, like the LifeX bulbs. I think the LifeX bulbs have better color than this, but as far as LED lights go, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. I find it a little more saturated than most of the lights I've used. Of course, in the camera, the bright areas look white, but in real life, they're pretty blue or pink. All right, so now we're gonna try a dual setup with just the 660s. Godox is off. I have the one that's way too bright. Brightness down, and let's actually change the Kelvin temperature here. Okay. So this is with one 660 right here up and to the left of me, and then we have the second one behind me as a edge light, so there's no background light. And this is pretty, I'm just changing the Kelvin temperature here. This is pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so see, how is this on my face? I know the Godox with the diffuser creates a nice soft light. I assume this is going to be a little more edgy. It feels more edgy because it's brighter in my face coming from a smaller spot. But anyway, this is what it looks like with two 660s setting up the lighting. So we have one main light, one key light. So far, this is pretty good. This is the first time I've actually tried this lighting setup and the other lighting setup. It's pretty good. You can really wash yourself out here. I wonder, let's turn this neutral density filter and make it really dark. Okay, that's not bad. That looks kind of interesting. I like that. Then we take down the power. Okay, we can make it really moody here. Let's do this. See, this, as a photographer, I love lighting. This is my favorite thing, just experimenting with lighting. So we can do this, just the one light, or we can create this with just an edge light.
We can do like a mysterious voice talking in the dark.
But yeah, this is cool. I like this. And the ND filter really helps too. There's with no ND right there, but you get a little bit of haze. I'm just playing around right now. Everything is set to manual settings on the camera, so I can do this kind of thing. But anyway, that is it. I'm gonna play around with these lights a little bit more. First impressions, pretty good. I'm really happy with these. I can see a lot of options here. I'm gonna try and play around and do a photo shoot with these as well, so I can use them potentially as photo lights as well as video lights. But yeah, that's it. This little unboxing and first impressions is over. Peace out. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. Here's my Twitter. Here's my Instagram if you want to check me out on those social networks. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.